Alright, let's earn us some money. Oh, shut up, it's not as easy as it looks. Hey folks, it's the Red, and welcome back to Let's Play Shantae. As we last left off, we've just completed the Cackle Mound and we had just received the Simmer Stone. We'll be making our way to the final area in just a moment, where we will get the last piece of the stones. But first we have some errands to run. I decided to do a bit of gem grinding, and then return to Watertown so that we may obtain the final piece of equipment to give Shantae her full moveset. I probably just passed up the shop. Where are you? There you are. I guess I got a little distracted. Oh well. Okay. Head on down here and buy the tiara. And press the right button to select it. We're off to a great start. Okay. Drain my 900 gems. Wouldn't it be faster if you just counted down the 9? Oh well. Fine, drag this out. Bleed me dry. See if I care. Anyway, as she describes, this attack during an elbow dash for a powerful twirl attack. You don't have enough gems to purchase this thing you already have. Okay. Now let's see it in action. So we hold the B button, build up a charge, and then off we go! Press the B button and you'll jump into a spinning attack. Looks pretty cool. We'll get a better view of it in the overworld, I'm sure. Anyway, time to start making our way towards Mount Pointy. But, like I said, we've got some things we need to take care of first. First matter of business is right nearby Watertown, right up here. Yes, we're going to need the spider form to get to several areas that we could not before. It can climb up the walls. So we will use this to get to all the areas that we could not reach. And we'll also need the elephant form to break away this block. Smash! And here we have an underground passage, which actually goes on a bit longer than I'm going to show, but this also doubles as a shortcut path. But inside we will find a talisman for the elephant. This must be the elephant tote. This talisman will allow me to stomp in elephant form. So yes, we've given the elephant another form of attack. As soon as I get to a little safer area, I'll show you how it looks. And like I said, if you continue on this path, you would eventually reach another ladder and a block somewhere in the snail wasteland that would allow you to use this and skip over Watertown and the rainy area. Anyway, here's the stomp. You just hold down as you come down, and you can stomp anything below you. So the elephant just became a lot more powerful. And as I'm saying that, oh, you pest. Fine, be that way. Alright, well, there's that. Well, I'll go ahead and jump cut to the next item. See you in a minute. So here we are in the Spider Woods, and here we have a rather large wall that looks scalable by spider form. How appropriate to use the spider in the Spider Woods. Anyway, if we climb on up, we'll find a stump with a heart holder. Hooray, a heart holder! My hearts will increase by 1! And now we're up to a 6-point life bar. Most wonderful. And now, onward! As long as we're passing by Scuttletown, I may as well drop off the warp squids here, since I don't actually know where the, zombie caravan is at this time. But I will get some warp squids over there at some point. So let's see. Warp Squid House. Oh, we need to take a bath as well. Oh boy, do I need it. Much better. And sure, let's go ahead and charge in there while we're not. At least it's not going straight into a spike pit. Also, you can visit any of the characters that you've already spoken to, and they'll give you advice about where you need to go next. You're headed for Mount Pointy? That's the farthest spot on the map! You could get there by going east or west, but I'd try east first. The westerly approach is much too steep. Holy bad advice, Mimic! The west actually takes you to a dead end. It's to the east that needs... No, it's the east that takes you to a dead end. The west is where you need to go. So, yeah, that's a bit misleading right there. Anyway, let's drop off the warp squids. And with that, we now have a dance to get back to Scuttletown. Well, that will be nice. Okay. Then with that, let us continue onward. Another jump cut. So hey, a lot of interesting things just happened during that last jump cut. I realized that there was something else back in Watertown that I need to go back and buy, so I decided to try backtracking back to here, and lost 2 lives before I remembered that I could just warp here! Let's go on inside. Oh, things have been going oh so smoothly, let me tell you. Anyway, let's head back to the item shop, now that we have enough gems. And let's say hello to this fine person, who is selling float muffins. Float muffins are used to save yourself from falling into a pit. And yes, we're going to need them for something later on. You'll see. Anyway, after that, let's head on back. At last, we can now start making our way towards Mount Pointy. Alright, so let's go ahead and warp over to Oasis Town. And away we go! Alright, I've already gone ahead and saved here, but it's time to start making our way to the west. And here we are in the Mud Bog, home to some of the creepiest creatures you'll ever see, and some pretty nasty lighting if I'm totally honest. And let me just tell you, this place, the monsters here don't play nice. They're also quite durable. They like to fly all over the place, as you'll probably see later on. Basically, these guys are just jerks. And they have a lot of invincibility frames. Not this one, that one went down pretty easy. But this guy up here, it doesn't seem like any of your attacks work on it. See, look, I've got my hair going straight into him, and it's not doing anything. The hitboxes on these things are ridiculous. Perhaps if I try a different attack. My success rate with attacking these things has not been good, so for the most part what I do is just try and run past them. Anyway, switch over to an elephant here. And ram down this wall to reveal another ladder. Just a few bats to take out here. And here is where we will make use of our float muffins. Activate 1. And now we have protection against pitfalls. And with that, we can now get the heart holder. So we get a 7-point life bar now. Wonderful. Use another float muffin to get back. Boing, 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 boing. Shantae uses pits like trampolines. An alternate means of getting that heart holder is with a new ability that we will get in the next labyrinth. But I figured I would go ahead and give myself my 7-point life bar now because, hey, more life is nice. Anyway, I'm going to want to take it a little more carefully in this area, and and that is exactly what I'm talking about. They like to dash into you, and they don't play nice. Gotta keep an eye on my health as well. I do have a few vials that I can fall back on, so there's that. We'll need the elephant form to get through this. This wall guarantees that you cannot get through here without at least the elephant form. Gotta be very mindful of your footing here, because there is a lot here that can go horribly wrong. You can also use the spider form to climb up these walls, but that will be for another video. We're gonna need help from the monkey here. I don't like these enemies at all. Did you see that? My claw was well into its sprite, and it was not connecting. That's what I don't like about these enemies. The ones in this particular area. They just don't play nice. Also, I don't recommend staying in monkey form during particular parts like this, because you can really easily mess up platforming. One bad jump and you're going down. Watch for the dripping in the ceiling. That's where you know where one of those little grabby enemies are going to come out. Come on, do the move. There we go. And up here, even though it's daytime, it looks like it's night, doesn't it? And look how far into its look how far into its sprite I have to go in order to connect hits. It's crazy. I don't feel comfortable dropping here. Here's what it looks like at night. Not much different. Just the platform basically turns green. Oops, didn't mean to go all the way down like that. But yeah, I don't like the mud bog. And I'm just going to ignore you. Try to anyway. Ugh. So many bad things, and don't bother trying to jump over them because they can, reach you if you try and do so. I got pretty lucky there, but typically it's not very advisable to try and jump over them. Not even in a monkey form, really. If it makes life easier, you could also come here with the Vanishing Cream, which would basically make you invincible for a short time. And then just charge right through this area. Then the only threat would be the platforming. Which in and of itself can be a bit tricky. Okay, we're almost there. I think this is the last enemy before it. Oops, I didn't mean to use a float muffin. Oh well. Anyway, that gets us through the mud bog, and here's the zombie caravan. How convenient. Well, I wish I had my warp squids now, but oh well. Might as well swing by and get our health recharged. Let's see. I might even save my game while I'm here. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and take a bath. And let's also swing by the item shop. Because there is one item here that I am interested in picking up, as long as I have the money to do so. As I said before, you'll find the best prices in this shop. But I'm going to go ahead and pick up some fireballs. I think 30 should be enough for now, because I'm going to use the rest to buy another vial. Alright. I wish I could get some more stuff, but alas. I'm sure I have plenty at this point. Okay, I think that's about all we need from here for now. At some point I need to come here with some warp squids. But no, I just had to use them in Scuttletown. Oh well. Let's go ahead and enter the next area, the Eagle Wasteland. And here is one of those said eagles. They are probably the strongest of the minor enemies in the game. If you're going to attack them like this, you need to, well, not leave for one. Let's go back in there. The best attack strategy for these things, honestly the best strategy in general, is to not engage them at all. But if you're going to do melee attacks, hit them and get out of the way. Otherwise, you're going to answer to his sword. But of course, the best way to handle these things is with a fireball, which can take them out in one hit. Or, never mind. Not one hit, but it is definitely stronger, as you can see. The pike balls work pretty... The fireballs work pretty similarly to the pike balls, in that they spin around you and attack whatever's around you. Oh! Big eagle. Anyway, yeah, like I said, don't try to engage these things. Well, if you were wondering what the game over screen looked like, here it is. You get a long shot of Risky holding a gun, and you are told that you've got a game over. Thankfully, we did save pretty early on, so let's continue. A fresh batch of lives. Oh well, I was sure that was going to happen sooner or later. Let me go ahead and rebathe, and I'll go ahead and jump cut back to where I was. Okay, so, now that we're past that part, bust out your spider form for these walls. And move carefully between the spikes. Freaking instant death spikes. They're the bane of my existence. Then again, that's what they're designed for, aren't they? Anyway, that particular area isn't super long, and here we are at the next town. Yeah, we were that close. Anyway, this is Bandit Town. It's a town for bandits, and here is the place that we need to go to. There's not a whole lot we need to do here, so we'll be in and out fairly quick, and there's some common enemies just having a cup of tea. And who's this? Oh, a genie! Are you Bandit Town's guardian? What a strange color scheme. Absolutely. I do my job using powerful mind-reading magic. For instance, you've come here looking for the Twinkle Stone, right? Oh, wow, you're right! Well, you're in luck, sweetie. I can get you into the Twinkle Palace with no problem at all. Just meet me there in a little bit, will you? Haha. What luck! I'll be there, thanks! Also, you should try cutting your hair short sometime. It would look awfully cute in a bob. Ho ho ho! Now why would she make such a suggestion? That's so weird. Don't you know about hair whip attacks? Hehe, I'll think about it. Bye now. I'm not actually gonna think about it, because then I couldn't do this. And I like doing this. Okay. And here is another building for advanced genies. There's not going to be a whole heck of a lot we can do here, but there is this person who tells us that we don't look very advanced. Now, what this is referring to is the compatibility of the original Shantae cartridge with the Game Boy Advance. If you were playing this on a Game Boy Advance, then this person would offer for you for, I think, 500 gems, the ability to learn a new dance move. And this particular dance move would let you transform into a Tinkerbat, which basically has the combined abilities of a monkey, elephant, and spider. It's pretty nifty, but again, you can only do it on the Game Boy Advance, and the particular version we're looking at here is the version we're playing on is the Game Boy Color. Even though we're playing it on the 3DS is reading it as though we are playing it on the Game Boy Color. So we can't actually make use of that. And there's no way to make it so that it is reading the Game Boy Advance. So the only way we would be able to make use of the Tinkerbat ability is to use cheat codes. I may consider it in an extra video or something. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, it's on to Mount Twinkle. Mount Pointy, I mean. To the Twinkle Palace we're trying to get to. And the way up there is, sadly, past these eagles. Go ahead and use it. Okay. Give them a smack with the fireballs and get out of the way of the sword. Like I said, eagles don't play nice. Avoid them if you can. We need to go higher. Do watch your footing here, because there are a lot of instant death spikes in the area. Hey, I didn't even hit you. Why are you doing that? We're gonna need spider form here. Get up these walls. Yeah, there's a lot of eagles in the area, so you gotta watch out. Excuse me, buddy. Uh-oh. Dance, dance, dance! Ah! Sometimes you just gotta clear them out, though. Naturally, fighting them during the day will make life a little easier. What else makes life easier is not walking into swords. There we go. As I said, we're getting into the tough parts of the game. Oh, these eagles are all over the place. Ow! Almost got out. You just stay away, you. Ooh, okay. I was cutting it a little close, but we're progressively making it up. Into the next area. Here is Mount Pointy proper. There's ice on the ground, but as you can see, no ice physics, so no need to worry about that. There are, however, lots of sharp, pointy things! Getting a monkey form here. I probably could have gotten a little closer to determine that. I am misremembering this area a little bit. And, of course, the monkey has no problem climbing up these walls. Unless, of course, there are spikes on the roof. Then it is a problem. Now, I'm not sure if that's a platform or not. I dedicate this life to science! Okay. It is safe. Sometimes it's a little difficult to tell what's background and what's not. Okay, so we're not affected by the ice, but enemies are. Sense making! Fire-breathing ice turtles. Because why not? Small jumps on the way up, and here's a slide that will just send us back down. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of those up here, too. Well, you're not nice. Okay, ooh! Watch out for wolves. Push them back, since they're affected by ice and we are not. The enemies may be getting tougher, but they're also worth a lot more money. Come on, get up there. I don't think I can scale this wall, so I don't... yeah, there we go. I like the cloud effects here in the background. And here we are at the Twinkle Palace. Hello! Hee hee! What did you say your name was? My name? Who cares? That's not suspicious at all. Now sit while I do my thing. I like how she made it look like she did a dance to make that thing open. But all she did was hit the side of it with her hip. Thanks! That was a piece of cake. I'd better get in and out of here before I freeze to death. Not that I'm particularly worried about that, because after all, why would anyone want to wear warm clothes? We wouldn't want that! Tee-hee! And with that, we can now call it a video. Ugh. The game is getting a lot harder, can you tell? Anyway, in the next part, we're going to take on the Twinkle Palace. See you then!